Hello, friends. Welcome to another Subconscious Saturday. And as you must have already read the title, the topic today is breaking or forming habits. Okay. So, how do we break habits and how do we form habits? And do we really want to do that? Do we want to break certain habits and do we want to form certain habits? Maybe, maybe not. Let us discuss this today, my dear friends. So, what kind of habits do you think you would want to ever break? Let us consider this particular scenario. Have you ever been in a situation where there was a discussion happening? Let's take a work scenario. In an office, there's a discussion happening in a team. You wanted to speak out, you wanted to share your point of view, but you hesitated and you missed that opportunity to speak. Someone else shared your point, and then you said, "Oh, now it is taken," and you kept quiet. Some other time, the similar thing happened, maybe in your family conversations, conversations with your friends. You probably hesitated a tad bit. Now, what happened in this case, my dear friends? Your subconscious mind, the watchman of your being, or the watchman of your mind, or the guard, or the sentry, whose sole purpose in life is to protect you. What did it understand from this? The moment you hesitated, it thought, oh, this person is uncomfortable with this thought. No, no, I must protect him or her. I must hold them from expressing because they're not comfortable doing that. So the subconscious mind stops you and it gives you umpteen arguments why you should not contribute, why you should not speak up. And we fall in the trap. Now, this, when it happens again and again and again and again, becomes our habit. And as they say, it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. Probably you did it more than that, and it became a habit. Now, how many things, my dear friends, have we formed as habits that we find it so difficult to break? And sometimes we think that is who we are. So we really need to take a real look at it. Now, sometimes a person who had always dreamt of running a marathon, now that person probably just feels, no, I'm not young anymore. I am so old now. It is simply not possible for me now. Now, this person has gotten into this habit of simply waiting for that one day when the opportunity comes, and then he or she just decided that it is not possible anymore and simply gave up and settled into a comfortable, boring habit of not expressing oneself truly. And then, my dear friends, when we do these things, then we become really cynical and try to kill other people's dreams because we could not live ours. Do we know people like this around us? Are we guilty of doing this sometimes? A question to ponder over. So, my dear friends, today I would just like to discuss this particular trait of our subconscious mind, that whatever our subconscious mind tells us, it is just trying to protect us. It is not about other people. It is about us. It is about the loving, caring mother who sits inside us, who wants to protect us. But even a wise mother will let her child fall, will let her child get bruised, and tell the child it's okay. Just dust yourself and get up. Isn't it? So let us really start seeing ourselves for what it is that we have really wanted, and where have we formed these habits where we are stopping ourselves from it. So the first point I'm going to share towards this is, pay attention to your habits. I would like to, my dear friends, again, it's a reminder. I have said this in my earlier videos sometimes, but it is a reminder that please, whenever we have a subconscious Saturday, any conversation, ideally, however, especially whenever we are having a subconscious Saturday conversation, any topic on subconscious Saturday, I would really like all of you to sit with a pen and a paper. Really ponder over it. You can pause my video when when I put up a question. You can pause this video, write it down, and restart the video. But I really want you to make use of these things, my dear friends, because our subconscious mind has so much power and it picks on the signals that we give it. So when we hesitate, it picks on the signal that it needs to protect us. So it will protect us. But when it sees another signal, it will be the most encouraging person who will stand firmly behind us. So let us really unleash the power of the subconscious mind and use the vast qualities of the subconscious mind to really propel us forward, not drag us behind. So, are you ready with your pen and paper? Great. Now, first and foremost, right now, write 3 habits of yours. Just 3 habits which you think you need to change, which you think are not very good. 3 habits in your day-to-day life which you think are not that good. Please note them down in your notebook right now. Great. Have you written it? Great. Now, some of the habits, I'm again going to give you a little suggestions, right? Now, some of the habits can be, I know, but. What is it that you start with I know, but? Or what is it that you start with one day? One day. I'm waiting for that opportunity. I'm waiting for my kids to grow up. That was my excuse. I'm waiting for this opportunity. I'm waiting for that. For whatever you're waiting for. And what are you doing while waiting for? Please note that down. What are you holding yourself back from doing? Please note that down, my dear friends. The second point. First and foremost, pay attention to your habits. The second point would be accept it first. Accept where you are at. Please do not give excuses for whatever you can. Oh no, I wanted to do this, but I could not do this because. Stop right there. My dear friends, I don't remember who said this. You can check it out. However, if you fight or if you give excuses for your limitations, you get to keep them. Think about it. I'll repeat. If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. Do you want to keep your limitations? Think about it, my dear friends. It is something we all really need to ponder over. For what do we want to argue for? For what do we want to give excuses for? We really need to choose. And that, my friends, is a very, very integral part that once you accept where you are at, you make a choice. You have the choice. You choose the direction in which you want to go now. As Mr. Jim Rohn says, overnight, you cannot change the destination, but overnight, you definitely can change your direction. Once you change your direction, my dear friends, your destination will automatically change. So you have the steering wheel in your own hand. You have a choice. You always have the power to make that decision. So sometimes staying in a bad relationship is also a choice, a decision that we make. Sometimes staying in a place which does not serve us at all, whether it is a workplace, whether it is a group of friends who are addicted to something, whatever that place is, it is not worth its while, my dear friends. And it is also a decision to stay there. If you are in a group of friends who are addicted to substance, and if your heart is telling you you should not be doing this, and if you're still there, if you're still hanging out with the same people, that's a choice that you've made, my dear friends. Sometimes we need to choose uncomfortable things, and a change of habit is always uncomfortable. Who said comfort zones are where nothing happens? Comfort zones are where you simply become a couch potato. You need to go out and do something. You need to get up and move in the direction of your dreams, or you stay stuck right where you are. And that, my friends, is also a choice. So, what do you choose to do? What is your choice? Please trust yourself with your choice. Tell that subconscious mind of yours, that nagging voice of yours, that I choose to do this. You will have to make that decision, my dear friends. Trust yourself. Once you start off in that direction, you will find a way. You will definitely find a way. Maybe that place is much better than the comfort zone that you are stuck into. The comfort zone of limitation, the comfort zone of a place where your soul really pines for something, where you're not happy. If you're happy in your comfort zone, by all means stay there. But if while in that comfort zone your heart wants more and you're not able to move, please think about it. Please make a decision and please trust yourself, my dear friends. You are amazing and you have an amazing power reservoir within yourself. Trust it. So, I would like you to first think about it and accept it. Once we are done with this video, you please sit with that list of habits that you've made. Give it a hard thought and see what is it that you want to choose. What is the decision that you want to make? And my dear friends, the third and the most important point, getting out of the comfort zone calls for action. So please act. Act upon whatever comes in your mind and then you just kill it. If if you want to paint, please paint. If you feel like painting and the next thought that comes to your mind immediately is, what will other people think? Look at your age. Is this your age to paint? If this is the thought that comes in your mind, my dear friends, then you must do it. You definitely must do it, because this is that guard inside you trying to keep you from something you might be uncomfortable with. It is stopping you from going in unknown territories. But we are not cavemen anymore. Nobody is going to eat us except the thought that I wish I had done. So please also note down, what is it till date that falls under this list of yours. I wish I had done this. Whatever it is that you wish you had done, please make a note and please make a list of those things as well, my dear friends. And and then take small action points. Now I'm really reminded of something. Act as if your life depended on it. Act as if everything depended on it. And we do take action whenever we are required to, my dear friends. We absolutely do. If if your child is in danger, will you not plunge in the water to save your child? If your house is on fire, will you not dash out and take the necessary precautions to save your family members and perhaps your neighbors? So we all have the capacity and the potential to act when we think our life depends on it. My dear friends, Maybe your life does depend on this. Think about it. And we have always acted. Like, I remember I love coffee. Again, I can only come from my experiences. So please be prepared to hear a few of my experiences very frequently. So I love coffee. You can wake me up in the middle of night and offer me coffee, and I would be a very happy person. However, from the day I became pregnant till my children were about 1.5, 2 years old, I did not take a sip of coffee. Did anyone prohibit from doing this? No. Did anyone tell me not to have coffee? No. I decided it. And because it was the choice I made, I did not even crave for it. And I am an absolute coffee lover. You can check with my friends. So when we choose, my dear friends, when we tell firmly to our mind, we can change our habit like that. And our subconscious mind will also obey it like that. The thing that it doesn't obey is that hesitation. If you hesitate, it will stop you from taking action. But if you're firm in your decision, it knows that, okay, all is well. So it is not going to interfere with your choice, your decision. But then it has to be your choice, it has to be your decision, and a firm one at that. So, what firm action are you going to take, my dear friends? Think about it. And I just love this line, act as if your life depended on it. In one of my schools, I've done my schooling from several schools and 3 states in India. So, one of the school of mine, Holy Cross Convent, we had a beautiful anthem. 1 year I was in that school. And in that, there were these 2 lines: work as if all depended on you, pray as if all depended on God. How beautiful it is. So, when you work as if all depended on you, how would you work? How would you take decisions when you know that everything depends on you? Think about that. When you are the captain of the ship and the ship is in a storm, what will the captain do? He will do everything in his power to save that ship, save every person on that ship, because he is responsible for their lives. So please act like that. Think about it. Write down, what is it that you would do if you were the captain of your ship, if you were in that position who was responsible for fulfilling the dreams that you've had and those I wish that you've just written. What action would you take? If you were the one who were giving advice to someone else about that I wish list, what advice would you give and act on it? Because we all know everything. We know everything, right? We are all very knowledgeable people, but we don't act upon it. So now is the time to act upon it, my friends. The next point, so that would be the fourth point, I think. Now, this is another very, very important point. So please pay close attention. Surround yourself with the people who are where you want to be. I'll repeat that. Surround yourself with the people who are where you want to be. Now, if you don't hang around with them, that's okay. So if you want to be Mukesh Ambani, and if you are not in the close circles of Mukesh Ambani, that's perfectly all right. You do have access to all his work. You have an access to all his work strategy. Google him, follow him everywhere on the social media. Don't stalk him, you might just land up in jail. But then follow the people who you really look up to, and take action like they would. Mukesh Ambani did not become Mukesh Ambani by sitting on a couch, did he? He did not fear criticism. If he did, he wouldn't be living the kind of lifestyle he lives today. If you want to know what I mean, just see the kind of comments people have on the house that he has built in comparison to the slums around. So learn everything from those people that you aspire to be and take action in that direction. Listen to them, listen to all their motivating stories, and be your own motivator, my dear friends. Hang around with people who have huge dreams. Hang around with people who are going to really encourage you to live your dreams, not with the people who are going to squash your dreams. So that is a very, very, very important point. I'm just reminded of a quote. Now I don't remember it again verbatim, but it goes something like this. If you hang out with five winners, you will be the sixth one. So you are a sum total of five people you hang around with. So just see the five people that you spend your most time with. You are a sum total of those people. So if you spend time with winners, you are the sixth one. If you spend time with losers, you are the sixth one. Where would you rather spend your time, my dear friends? So please make a choice. Please remember this. And the last point, don't go about all this with a lot of tension. Don't go about all of this with too much of a burden on your head. Please have fun doing it. Have a lot of fun doing it. You decide, you find nice ways to do this. So, in the closing of this particular video, I'm going to sing you those two lines which I shared from my school anthem. I really love that anthem. I must have been so much younger. I was in 8th standard when I was in Holy Cross. And today I'm 48 and I remember the entire song. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing the entire song. So, work as if all depended on you. Pray as if all depended on God. Onward march we, Holy Cross girls. Let our light shine through the land. Brave, upright, sincere, and honest. God help us to be a loyal band. What a wonderful song. Just listen to the words. That has always motivated me in my life to keep going. Brave, upright, sincere, and honest. God help us to be a loyal band, taking everyone together. That teamwork, that sense of team. My dear friends, when we listen to good songs, when we listen to good words, they become our thought. And we strive to live up to them. And that is why it is so important to surround ourselves with the right kind of people, the right kind of words, good thoughts, good words. Motivating, inspiring personalities. People who have lived their stories. And that is why we look up to them. And you can be that one person who can be looked up to, my dear friends. All you need to do is take a hard look at that list. If you haven't completed it, after we close this video, please add on to that list. Take a hard look at it and see where you can begin. Begin with small baby steps. An aeroplane would never take flight if it feared the air pressure. When the aeroplane takes flight, it meets with so much air pressure, and yet it puts its nose up and takes off. And that, my friends, is all that we really need to do. put our nose up and keep rising against that pressure without fearing, and telling that subconscious mind of ours that it is okay and I have made that decision and it's all right. I'm not hesitating. I've made that decision. I hope this video was useful and helpful to you, my dear friends. It will be of really no use if you do not implement it. So please, it is my earnest request, on every Saturday, please sit with a notebook and a pen, preferably the same one, and see, follow through. Every Saturday, I give you an exercise. Please go through it. When you have documented everything, na, that is when you have a concrete documentation of what is actually happening in your life. When you have facts in front of you, it is easier to act upon. So, my dear friends, if you have liked this content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely share it with a friend who might need to hear this. Please do, you will do that friend a great favor, my dear friends. So, until we meet again, please keep shining with loads of love and a sprinkle of stardust. Rohini. Thank you.